absolute pressure cooker day of Test cricket. I don't remember seeing a day like this even in the BGT. If you are a nail biter, okay, I assume you started attacking your toenails because that was absolute madness. Blockbuster stuff. I don't even know what the hell I'm going to say, but I'm going to go right into it. This is my review of day 4 at Lord's. You know, the batters are the rock stars of this game. The bowlers really are the magicians. Those of you who know me know that I'm a bowling. I love bowlers. I love days like today. This was the best day of Test cricket that we've seen in a long time. And my team just won the World Test Championship final. Okay, today was absolutely phenomenal. I want to try my best to get through this video. Okay, let's look at how good Bumrah and Siraj, they were just... It was like watching an opera play. It was like Shakespeare did Shakespeare for the first time. Look at this false shot percentage. They gave Zach Crawley, and Zach Crawley, by the way, I thought he was phenomenal and then he threw it away. We'll get to that. But look at this. They gave England absolutely nothing. The amount of mistakes that they enforced from the England batters. I mean, Bumrah should have had 3 wickets in the space of 2 overs. That's how good he was. Ben Duckett, I want to get to. This is a very interesting stat because I was thinking about this and then I asked one of my friends, you know, okay, look into this for me. When Ben Duckett scores 50 plus runs, England wins 65% of the time. Now, in a 5 test match series, you win 3 out of 5, that's 60%. Ben Duckett's runs, the match that they won, was the match that he made over 50 plus. The previous one, not really he didn't make any score. This one, not any score. So the stats, which, I mean, this is cricket, you know, anything can happen, but the stats are pointing to maybe not the best chance for England to win. He's a very big player for me. There was a lot of talk about him before this series that he's going to be a big match player. He's obviously going to be, see, I'm speaking so fast because I'm just the adrenaline. He's obviously going to be a big match player for the upcoming Ashes. But just today, you know, look at these lines from Bumrah. There's this magical spot that apparently the Indian analyst told DK this morning is at 8.23 meters. Now, this was at 7.77 meters. That's what Bumrah does. Consistency is your greatest currency in this game, without a doubt. He just kept on nailing them, and that was to the right-handed batter. So this is where it becomes so important for Ben Duckett to, you know, even Stuart Broad said it, you should have stayed there. Like, it was so important because from your end, you can accumulate. The guys at the other end, Zach Crawley, God bless his soul, tried his best to just survive against the might of Jasprit Bumrah at his peak. Okay, so him throwing his wicket away, and yes, I thought Siraj deserved wickets, but that ball to from Siraj to Ben Duckett was a nothing ball. You know, he bowled enough balls to have deserved to dismiss Ben Duckett, we have to say that, but that ball was just, come on, mate, you just threw it all away. And that's kind of the feeling I have with Harry Brook. You know, this was a world-class attack today in world-class bowling conditions. This is what you're going to have in Australia for the whole time. This is what you're going to have to deal with. If you're going to play shots like that, and this was a good bit of captaincy by Shubman Gill, you know, when Harry Brook was scooping, he was like, okay, let's put the fine leg, let's put it a bit finer. So here's Ben Duckett, there's the fine leg, let's put him a bit finer. You try and scoop now. Sorry, not Ben Duckett, Harry Brook. You try and scoop now, we're going to catch you. So what are you going to do? He goes and he sweeps against Akashdeep on a pitch that has invariable bounce. It's day 4, guys. So Kumar Sangakkara called it. That was arrogant. Got to agree with him 100%. That was complete arrogance. Now let's talk about Ollie Pope. I don't know, man. If England want to play this type of game, right, they want to counter-attack, they want to attack, wouldn't it be better to have an extra left-handed batter in there? Because the moment Stokes was there, you know, it was a good rotation of strike, there was a lot of runs being scored, it puts bowlers more under pressure. If you're a hyper-attacking kind of side, wouldn't it be better to get an extra left-handed batter in there? Because look at Pope's numbers. They are nothing to shout about, unfortunately. I know there are some diehard Pope fans, but the stats don't lie, guys. So I'm just wondering, I mean, good luck against Mitchell Starc because he's got a phenomenal record against left-handed batters, but would it not be better to just really mix up that top 5, top 6? Because with that danger spot that Bumrah just kept on hitting, the moment Duckett left, it meant that there was this cluster of right-handed batters, which India could feast on, which they almost kind of did. They kind of did, if you think about it. Jamie Smith, no score in this one. Root, you know, got to give it to him, absolute stalwart. Root and Stokes, I thought batted really, really well. It, like what we saw at the end of tonight, absolute tough pitch. This tomorrow is probably going to be even tougher. But it's just a thought. I mean, what do you think about getting Jacob Bethel in there, giving him a shot? I know Ollie Pope, isn't he the vice captain? He's the vice captain, right? So that makes things a bit awkward. But, or maybe even they want to let go of Zach Crawley. I don't know. I kind of like the tall guy with the short guy. That also offers difficulty for bowlers. But I don't know. I just think you have an extra left-hander. The same thing with India tonight. I still think Sai Sudarshan should be picked over Karun Nair. But let's get to India's batting. England were all over the place, right? This is going to be done without a microphone, without a hat, without everything. How on earth can I forget Washington Sundar? I mean, geez, what a player. If India is going to win their first ever test match at Manchester, this guy is going to play a big part. He was absolutely phenomenal. You know, sometimes it's about the turn that he extracts, but sometimes it's about this magician-like quality, you know, of bowling balls that actually end up not turning. Because we saw Jamie Smith play for the turn and then it didn't really turn. Very excited to see him in Manchester. We're still busy at Lord's, but Washington Sundar, my goodness, lad, you are absolutely phenomenal. I thought Wokes was very good. I thought Archer, Jaiswal is another issue. You know, his head, he just keeps getting it in the wrong position. If it's going to be on pitches where the ball's gonna have invariable bounce or even just bounce off a length, he's going to have a lot of trouble in the rest of his career if they're going to pitch it up wide to him, pitch it on a length wide to him. But let's get to... Okay, Archer was trying to get swing, couldn't get swing, but then maybe the lacquer came off and then Brighton Cast got quite a bit of swing. He was phenomenal. Everybody's been talking about Gus Atkinson. Well, try and find a space for him after that spell by Brighton Cast. Whoa. Talk about fired up. And Shubman Gill, I'm going to end off with this and then you guys could just give your comments on the rest of the match. Yesterday, I said a lot of things and today I stand by it even more. You had a Ganguly. He was absolutely instrumental in the success of India. You had a Virat Kohli. It's not me comparing him to any of those people. Okay, I'm on Instagram. I see comments upon comments. I follow so many Indian cricket content creators' pages that all I am seeing is this comparison to the point where why the hell did he change his personality, which worked out really fine in the first 2 matches because you were dominating for 93% of those 2 matches. This match, for the first time, he's kind of losing it a little bit. He's losing focus and you can see it in his batting performance as well. It doesn't... So if you want him to be that kind of character, riled up, very animated, kind of like a Ganguly, remember it really suited Ganguly and it really suited Kohli. You're saying, why can't I say that it doesn't suit him? But why are you saying that it does suit him? That is the question, because I've never seen him perform well when he's been like that. That's my thought, and it's being proved here in his batting performance. Under pressure, you know, he's not focused. Maybe he's thinking about what he said yesterday. If he didn't say anything, there would be nothing to think about. He could just focus on his batting. But now he's said so many things. He's like, oh, I was in this guy's face. I was in that guy's face. We don't know what it feels like to be there, but I can tell you from an acting perspective, there's a lot of stuff that you're thinking about when you're under pressure. It's just a thought. And how do you guys feel about that now? Because what do you want from him? Do you want him to score 200s, hundreds? Or do you want him to be this animated kind of like character who can't back it up with the bat? Because that's kind of what I'm seeing. Anyway, it's very even. It's anybody's game tomorrow. And like I said again, I've not seen a day of test match cricket like this in a long while. No wonder we are number 2 in the world of the most watched sports. And we are coming for you, football. We are coming.